G'day guys, my name's Chris, aka I Ride Taz. This is the CF140 pit bike project, the $250 pit bike, and in today's video we've got some Barkbusters or some Handguards from Blygo.com.au, and we're going to install them on the bike to protect our fists, particularly on single track. If you catch the front wheel, it's pretty easy to punch a tree or a branch. If you come off, these will protect your hands. They were $39.95, something like that, delivered. Took about 3 days to arrive. Very cheap insurance because your hands are just so handy. They're worth protecting. These were about $39.95 and they are actually surprisingly good quality. I had some proper Barkbuster brand handguards on my XR250 all those years ago, and I'd say these are actually pretty comparable. So for $39.95, delivered in 3 days, cheap insurance. What you get in the kit are the two handguards and a mounting kit. No form of instructions or anything like that, but it's all going to be fairly self-explanatory. By the looks of things, I just need some Allen keys to tighten up the Allen bolts and a craft knife just to cut a hole in the end of the grip to sort of push the mounting for that one in. So yeah, let's get into it. It probably doesn't overly matter which direction you put them, but I had a look at the pictures that were on the eBay posting. This goes up, but there's probably nothing to say that it couldn't go down as well. I'm going to put that one there so those fins stick up as in the picture. So we've got handlebar mounts for both sides. We've got mounts for the ends for both sides. Some rubber tube, which I'm not quite sure what that's for yet, but we'll work it out. Maybe for over here, maybe. We'll work it out. And the brackets for the handlebar mounts. So a 4mm Allen key, and we'll just loosen this off here. Gee, it's actually surprisingly tight. There we go. Cool. So it does have a little bit of directionality, so just adjust it so it fits your bars. These are fatty bars where it's only the end that's 22mm. I think the middle section is 28mm, just to give them some more rigidity and strength. So we'll just nip that there so it will hold its own weight, so we can adjust it a little bit. Adjust the length. Just going to have to go down the bar a bit. So we'll just take a craft knife. In Australia we often call this a Stanley knife, but you might know it as a box cutter or something like that, and we'll just push into the end cap. Like so. Yep. And just loosen the bolt here. Like so. So just push that in and get it sized up. So, alright, we'll just put this together finger tight. Cool. So, this won't surprise you, but the handguards don't fit. So I'm going to ring Blygo and see if they've got any ideas. Realistically, I know what they're going to say, and they won't be sort of any help because I've never found these companies to be any help before. So ultimately what I'm probably going to do is cut them here, drill a hole there, which will sort of bring it closer together and enable the bar clamps to clamp down onto the sort of bars that are supplied with the CF. So yet again, it's going to have to be a modification to fit. The other problem I foresee is on the other side with the brake, and the throttle componentry, but we'll get to that. We'll get this one on first. There's a bit more room to work with, so we'll experiment on this side, and then that'll tell us what we need to do, and it'll speed up the other side, I reckon. Yeah, g'day mate. I bought some handguards for the pit bike from you guys the other day, and what's the secret? They don't even go close to fitting the bars from what I can see. The hand grips don't fit the bars that they're meant to fit. Sorry, hand grips, they're hand guards, the Barkbusters for a pit bike. I can't get them to fit up. Like, are they sort of, what's the secret? So mate, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to cut the shit out of these and get them to fit. So, yeah, thanks for taking my call.
No worries. All right, thank you.
Well, that went exactly as I expected. They're not even for a pit bike. They're for a 250. Yeah, right. So he said they're not a workshop. He doesn't know how to fit them. That went exactly as I expected. So let's start the fabrication process. What I plan on doing is cutting them there, shaping them a fraction, and then drilling a hole as far back as I can here to sort of move everything back. I'm going to put you on time lapse, so I don't have to talk. I just, you can watch me do it, and then we'll sort of discuss it later. Tell you what, I'll just tighten those up, nip them up, nip that up. And nip that up. Tell you what, that's really rigid. Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that. Surprisingly happy with that. I might just shift the brake angle slightly. Like so to fit, sorry, the clutch just to fit in that. To, again, help protect the levers in case they come off. But that's actually really not half bad considering. Talk about clutching victory from the jaws of defeat. I am actually really quite stoked with that. Same process. I'm just going to cut out some of the rubber. So I just used the Stanley knife to cut back to the handlebars, because if it sits there, we're fine. The throttle can work independently. If the throttle tube that's got a section that covers that is in contact, then it won't turn the throttle. So we've just sort of cut it back. You've got some Allen bolts here, so I'm not worried that I've compromised the safety of the throttle sleeve. I am confident that I have created a situation where this could actually work. Tighten that back up there. Just use Allen keys to just nip everything up. Yep. The brake, yep. Throttle assembly. And just testing the throttle, full throw, snaps back. Yep. Brake engages. So guys, that is the Handguard or Barkbuster knockoff install. Even though they're sold for pit bikes, they don't fit. They need quite extensive modification. But with that modification done, I'm actually quite happy with them. I really think they are rigid, they do the job, they actually fit the bike, they protect the grips, they allow the brake and clutch lever to move and flop about. They're going to protect the levers. I really actually am surprisingly happy with them, despite the fact that it took so much messing around to actually get them to fit. Yeah, they are really rigid. They are on there, absolutely. I reckon you could pick the bike up by them. So not a lot else to say, guys. I will sort of take them out, give them a ride, report back to you on one of the following videos. And those videos are always on Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Like, comment, subscribe, share, support through super thanks, guys. Till I see you next time out on the trail, guys. This is the CF140 Pitbike project. Till I see you then, I'm out. Stay safe.